Your friends are scrolling through short content, but you, my friend, you're here to learn. Welcome to TRS Clips. Burning question for you, man.
Sure.
How do you have such beautiful hair?
I'm just glad it's still there.
Dude, it's gorgeous. Hair. That's the first thing I noticed about you when I saw you ever, like for the first time in life.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy has damn
And I
nice
still
hair.
haven't done a hair commercial. None of those products yet. I'm like, I should be doing this.
A lot of guys our age are struggling with a lot of image related
I know
issues.
my classmates.
Yeah.
And they all look at me as like, you have such good hair. It's like they're like willing it to go away or something.
Yeah, I mean, there is a concept called Nazar that probably really exists, man.
Yeah, I'm sure it's there. As in, definitely when, I mean, we definitely all believe in it when everything is going right. There's a little fear of when is that one thing going to go wrong. Yeah, I think that's there. It's a cultural thing probably.
Even a guy as positive as you thinks about what could go wrong.
I'm an overthinker, big time.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I believe in energies in the sense, I always try to stay positive. I learned quite early in life to cut off negative people. I think the first time I did that with a friend, it was like one big eye-opening moment for me. I was like, I'm fine. Like, I can make more friends. He can make more friends. Maybe we just don't connect. So all of these like little learnings, as you like navigate through life.
What should I know about my 30s? Because a lot of my friends, it's either everyone's afraid about like all these aging,
Right.
weight gain, hair loss, or people are afraid about life and fatherhood. Or there's not too many people afraid about career, fortunately, in my circles. But
See, usually I feel like that is the big concern.
Fatherhood.
Like career and money and all that. Like I feel like once you can remove that factor out of your life, so many of these other issues are very essentially first world issues, right? Like there's, especially in India, you look around you and all of these people probably don't enjoy all of these other things because money is such a big factor or a job is such a big factor or like they're in a rut, constantly doing the same thing and unhappy about that. And that unhappiness, then spills over into your family or how you're with your kids or your wife or whatever. So I'm like, if you guys have this stuff sorted, the rest is not something to worry about. I mean, if you lose hair, you can get a transplant. If you gain weight, you can train or diet.
love the honesty.
Yeah, I know it's true. I mean, I feel like that these are things. I don't think earlier generations worried about these things.
Image.
No, they weren't worried about those things, like how I look, if I'm fat, if I'm losing hair, or they had such. I think India wasn't such a big economy at that time. So much of this was making ends meet or whatever, ambition of building your house, getting your daughter married. These were the big worries that they had. And I feel like our generation doesn't really have that, We have so many more avenues to make a living or to earn. And also, we earn so much more comparatively. Like maybe today what I'm being, because the business has changed so much, what I'm being paid at my age as an actor vis-a-vis what maybe my father was making at that time in India is worlds apart.
I've been relatively fit throughout my 20s. Very fit throughout my 20s. Suddenly, I do feel slightly weaker in some situations. And when you're a kid watching football and some footballers turn 30 years old and you're like, now he's old, now he'll go to another club. We are 30 now, dude. And so
randomly you start seeing aches and pains.
Yeah.
You're like, this wasn't there before. Why is my knee making this weird sound when I'm climbing downstairs? That wasn't there before.
And it happens very suddenly because in my head, I'm still 16 years old.
Yeah.
But I'm actually 30. How old are you in your head? Probably like something like that.
Yeah, I'm my late 20s, I think.
Late 20s,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know, this last 10, 12 years of acting and marriage and fatherhood and all, it happened like that. So I must be where I was right before I got into movies.
This whole thing about a guy's aging body, I'm seeing it for the first time. My friends also seeing it for the first time. It happens in your late 20s. Suddenly, you start seeing yourself slightly weaker. All that work in the gym doesn't translate to as many results as it did earlier.
Yeah.
You don't get away with like binging
earlier
on
we'd be
food.
like, dude, I can get ripped in a week.
Yeah.
So it's fine. I can binge today. Or this holiday is fine. I'll get back in 1 week. I'll be back. No.
Yeah, it's a brutal reality for guys, dude. Like you have to learn it very fast. I think it's way worse for women.
Yeah. But,
Like it's much more intense the way
But,
the way society is built.
but again, it's not something to bring you down. I mean, like, embrace it, There's so much joy, like I said, in the security of having found these other things So we should embrace that also. Like I would not trade this for anything else. Like me being here at 40 is so much of a happier, secure space than in those 20s where I thought I was going to be a complete failure and a disaster in life. So I'm okay with the aches and pains and the grays and stuff.
How's 30s health like?
30s health was good, but maybe the first time I wore a neck brace because I used the wrong pillow and my neck got thrown off, and I was like, this never used to happen. Or the first time I had like a knee injury, and I was like, is this like in my 20s, if I did the same jump for the stunt, could I have taken it? Is it because I was like 37, 30 when that happened? So yeah, little things I think you start to just become a little more careful about.
But self-confidence, money.
Like my 20s, like, I wanted to be this daredevil. I wanted to ride motorcycles everywhere, and I jumped off a plane and all that stuff. And today I'm just like, I'm like, I can be the best rider. Same thing that my parents would tell me, you can be the best rider, but what about the other guys? What about traffic? You start to think, and then when you have the responsibility of going back home, or like, thinking of your family or your kids and stuff, automatically the daredevil bit kind of takes a backseat.
Okay.
So I'm sure like all of our fathers were also like this before we came along.
Fair.
And now they're like the dads and like, worried about how fast we drive and all this. I get that now. I understand where they were then.
But all in all, age 40 is much better than age 30?
For me personally, yes.
And it's not been the case for people you've seen?
No, I don't know. I mean, it's some people, if everything has always been going great in their lives and age is the only thing that makes them upset, aging.
You look great, dude.
No, I'm just
definitely a lot of fitness.
I mean, what? Like maybe, I restore a lot of old cars and stuff. So I'm like, maybe I'm going into preventive maintenance for the future. Like, keep this head of hair there. What do I do to like, so if I see someone, I'm like, is there something I can do to make sure like it stays? Like, I don't want to add anything. It's fine. I like how it is.
Okay.
But how do I make this last as long as I can?
Fair? Yeah. We had Sunil Shetty on the show.
Dude, look at him.
Yeah. And I told him straight up, dude, you look even better now than at 40.
Absolutely.
I think you're on the similar path, honestly.
I hope so.
Okay.
I hope so.
What's the secret, man?
I mean, just doing what you love, and I think all of that is maybe just being true, right? True to yourself.
Do you meditate or something? Like,
I actually want to try, because of my overthinking.
It doesn't come through. Like, I've been talking to you for a good half an hour, 45 minutes now. I haven't sensed that energy.
But you leave me alone somewhere or at night, and I will overthink the hell out of anything. Like, I drive my family mad. And they know me. They know how I am. And they're like, stop overthinking. It's fine. Just leave it. I'm like, is this why that didn't work? Should I have done this differently? Or did I say no to a good film? This is the synopsis of the film. What do you think of it? I already said no, but I don't know if now I'm like regretting it. Do you think I should call them back? This drama is never ending.
What I feel respect towards you for is this whole family angle. In just the world of glamour, I don't think the family angle is celebrated as much as you seem to be celebrating it. As in what I've gotten to know about you, the guy in you. Like, I always knew about the brand DQ, but when I'm talking to you, I see how much it's in your heart, and that's what I also really aspire to have in life, honestly, man. So when you see an older guy who's had a flourishing career and values like family life and is a good dad, good husband, I think those are goals for a lot of guys who are entering their 30s.
Yep.
So thank you, brother.
You're most welcome, brother. But I mean, it's interesting because I like when you're speaking to me with that perspective where it's almost like brotherly advice I'm giving. I never thought I would ever do that, so that's great.
You never thought you'd do what?
As in be in a place to give a younger brother advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was always the younger kid. I was an elder sibling. So I never thought like I would, like, I know there are friends of mine or younger friends of mine who do seek my thoughts or my advice on things or see me as a mentor, and I've never fully understood it. I'm like, I'm only still figuring things out. I'm still learning. I don't know if I have it in me to mentor anybody, but maybe there is a perspective of me that I'm not seeing. But it is a nice feeling. So yeah, thank you for that.
The perspective is that I feel 80s born guys especially mostly only chase career.
Right.
90s born guys mostly only chase career even more. So it's nice to see an 80s born guy balance out his life, because I see a lot of my 80s born brothers with troubled personal lives and all. And you know, you're a very stable dude and it reflects on your face. So, and I mean, like, also through conversation and all that. But this is goals, dude. Like, I think when I was 22, my goals were to have a stable career. That's it. 25, it's about money and like magnanimity. And now when I'm 30, it's about what you have. Stable family life.
I mean, with all the money you've earned, I think it's great initially, right? You buy all the things you thought you couldn't buy. But I feel like beyond a point, you're only buying multiples of the same thing. Right? You have one car, you have three. You have one house, you have two. You have one watch, you have 10 watches. So I think the best way to spend your money is on experiences, on travel and all of that. And I think but as I mean, speaking for boys, because we're boys and we can understand, I think it is important for us to prove this to ourselves that, hey, I made it. Hey, I made this money that I was chasing or whatever. And I bought these things that I wanted to buy. And once you get there, and you're fine, you're done. You know, and I see this in my dad. I see these in senior actors. After a point, they're done buying. They're like, it's okay. No, I don't care. I know I can, so it's fine.
So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out this playlist for more videos just like this. It's TRS Clips.